What up, everybody? Welcome back to Jayfabe Wrestling. We're still rebooking every King of the Ring. This time we're looking at King of the Ring 1996. This is best known for the coming out party for Stone Cold Steve Austin. And let's get into the card right now. So we have a couple semifinal matches here. We got Steve Austin defeating Marc, Mero, and Jake Roberts defeating Vader by disqualification. And then we have for the Tag Team Championship, the Smoking Guns defeated the Godwins. The Ultimate Warrior defeated Jerry Lawler. Mankind defeated The Undertaker. Ahmed Johnson defeated Goldust to win the IC Championship. Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated Jake Roberts in the King of the Ring Finals. Shawn Michaels defeated the British Bulldog in the main event. So yeah, guys, this was a pretty good card. Obviously, it's most known for Steve Austin's promo at the end. Austin 316 just said, "I just kicked your ass." So it's going to be very iconic here. And yeah, a few things I do want to change, though, is I do want to have quarterfinal matches here. I just feel like King of the Ring should have the quarterfinal matches. I mean, the pay-per-view name is King of the Ring, so I feel like the main emphasis should be the actual tournament. And yeah, we also got a lot of talent on the show. Ultimate Warriors on the show. Jerry Lawler wrestled. Undertaker and Mankind are on the undercard. Goldust defending the IC Championship. So yeah, there's definitely a lot maybe I can play around with, move around. We got Shawn Michaels in the main event against the British Bulldog. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of talent here to definitely do a 8-man tournament on the show. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think of my card. Let's get into my card right now. All right, so the first tournament match, I will still have the same Marc Mero versus Steve Austin. Yeah, Steve Austin was obviously the heel here. Marc Mero was the face with Sable. And yeah, they had a solid match here. And I would definitely keep it the same. And obviously, in this match, Steve Austin, he got like stitches. He had to go to the hospital. So he got bloodied up a little bit. So that was definitely interesting there because that's kind of what led to the actual promo of the Austin 316, because he just asked what Jake Roberts said, and then someone said he always talking about the Bible, so he kind of just made that up on the spot. So yeah, you definitely got to keep this match here, keep everything the same. Steve Austin gets the win. All right, the next quarterfinal match here, I got a fun match. We got a face Yokozuna versus Owen Hart. So yeah, obviously at this time, Yokozuna was kicked out of the Camp Cornette, and yeah, these guys were former tag team partners, so we can definitely have a little bit of closure here. We can have Owen Hart talk about how he had to carry his big ass all the time when they were tag teaming. He's going to prove that he was actually the main guy in the tag team. Everyone's saying how Yokozuna is so dominant and all that. And he says, "I'm not Bret Hart, you know. I'm better than Bret Hart, and if Bret can beat you, then I can definitely beat you." And yeah, you can just have Yokozuna miss a couple bonsai drops, so just to build some heat for the match here. And yeah, I think it'll be a really good match, and Yokozuna can finally hit Owen with the bonsai drop to get the clean victory here. All right, next quarterfinal match here, we got Jake the Snake Roberts versus the British Bulldog. So yeah, it could be a simple build here where British Bulldog says the Snake is nothing compared to a Bulldog, so you can play a couple mind games here. Jake Roberts can, pretend to have Damien and scare British Bulldog in the build. And yeah, again, a solid match here. I would actually have Jake Roberts get the upset victory over British Bulldog, because he's very important to the Austin story, so we definitely have to have him advance here. And the last quarterfinal match, we got Ahmed Johnson versus Vader, a big powerhouse match here. Don't really need much build here. We can just say Ahmed is not afraid of Vader, and Vader's been on a roll. He's been, injuring everyone left and right, being a monster, but Ahmed's not intimidated. So yeah, good powerhouse match between two big men. And I would actually have Vader get the win here to advance. Obviously, Vader, he was the next number one contender. And honestly, if it wasn't for Stone Cold Steve Austin, he would probably win this match. So I think he definitely needed to advance at least to the second round. All right, now we're into the semi-final matches here. We got Steve Austin versus Yokozuna. So Yokozuna's the face here. And yeah, Austin's just doing his best to, duck and hide. And he finally catches Yokozuna. He's going for the bonsai drop. And with the ref not looking, maybe he can low blow Yokozuna and then kind of roll him up and get the victory here. So yeah, this is a big win for Steve Austin, and I think it just makes his win again look more credible that he won an extra match, and in that extra match he also faced Yokozuna. And then we have Jake Roberts versus Vader. So obviously, this is kind of a mismatch. Vader would in most nights get the win here. But just like they did on the real show, Vader got disqualified here. And yeah, I would definitely do the same thing here just to keep Vader strong. So Vader gets disqualified, and it sets up the finals: King of the Ring, Jake Roberts versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yes, here we are, the finals: Jake Roberts versus Steve Austin. Yeah, obviously the match is kind of whatever, but it is kind of a cool passing of the torch, as Jake Roberts was kind of like the anti bad guy, you know. He was kind of the cool bad guy, and he kind of passes the torch to Steve Austin here. And then, yeah, keep everything the same with Steve Austin cutting the promo. You talk about your Psalms, you talk about your John, but Austin 316 says, "I just whipped your ass." And yeah, just iconic. That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. So yeah, just got to keep everything the same about what happened here, the match and the promo. This pretty much saved the WWF, so you cannot change this at all. All right, and next up we got the Ultimate Warrior versus Jerry the King Lawler. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a very simple build here. Lawler's just talking trash, saying, you know, Ultimate Warrior, he went away because he was scared, and he's a true king, and he challenges Ultimate Warrior to the match here. And yeah, just very simple here. I mean, Ultimate Warrior, his run in 1996 was very short. But yeah, Jerry Lawler is definitely a guy that you can kind of feed to Ultimate Warrior, so Ultimate Warrior gets the feel good win, because you know he's not going to lose to pretty much anyone else. I mean, ideally we could do Ultimate Warrior versus Shawn Michaels main event, which would have been very interesting, but I just don't think it's realistic, just because I don't see Ultimate Warrior losing to Shawn, and they might have split the crowd reaction too, so they definitely wanted to keep the positive, you know, reaction for Shawn Michaels. So yeah, Ultimate Warrior versus Jerry Lawler. Again, Jerry Lawler he's been in a few of these versus Roddy Piper, and yeah, he's kind of like, he has to be on King of the Ring. He's Jerry Lawler, so it makes sense for the Ultimate Warrior to defeat the King at King of the Ring. All right, next we got the Undertaker versus Mankind. They did fight on the real show, so yeah, we got to keep all this the same, because this was building towards the Boiler Room Brawl in 1996 SummerSlam, and yeah, I think it makes sense for Mankind to get the win here. Paul Bearer tried to help the Undertaker, but he couldn't at the end, so Mankind gets the win here. And this, yeah, obviously just sets up the feud at SummerSlam, and yeah, I think Mankind needed a win here to be credible. And yeah, just definitely sets the tone and tensions for their Boiler Room Brawl match here. And in the main event, we got Shawn Michaels defending against who? Who do you guys think? Goldust, yeah. So Shawn versus Goldust. I don't think we got this on pay-per-view. Might have been a dark match. But yeah, I just feel like Goldust would have been a cool, nice challenger here. Something different from the British Bulldog, who got the title match last pay-per-view. And yeah, I just think, you know, the storyline here would be great, where Goldust is saying, like, Shawn, he's a heartbreak kid. You won't break my heart. And he's just playing mind games with him. He's trying to show that he's obsessed with Shawn, because obviously Shawn is, you know, he's the heartbreak kid. The fans love him. So Goldust is kind of playing mind games, pretending to be in love with him, obsessed with him. And Shawn is saying, like, he doesn't need Goldust's admiration. He has the fans, and Goldust is trying to win over his admiration here. And then we can even have Shawn accidentally switch in music Marlena, and then Goldust can start attacking Shawn's character, which I think would be very interesting and fun. So yeah, I think it would be a solid match. And a match that, again, we never got on pay-per-view, so yeah, I'm just adding it to the list of the various challengers Shawn had throughout 1996. So yeah, guys, that is my card. Let me know what you guys think of the card. Just to say how I improved the card here. First off, again, having quarterfinal matches, I think it's really cool. And I kept a lot the same, Warrior, Jerry Lawler was pretty short. Taker and Mankind, I think, was needed for the storyline, so those are kept the same. But yeah, just having an 8-man tournament here. Austin goes through, not just Marc Mero, but Yokozuna as well. Jake Roberts is kind of the underdog story as well. And then we also add, Ahmed Johnson, British Bulldog, um, into the Owen Hart into the tournament. Yoko and Owen Hart, they get to blow off their tag team partnership there. And then we got a cool powerhouse match as well between Ahmed Johnson and Vader. And in the title match, again, it's something different. We got Shawn versus Goldust. I think Goldust was at his peak at this time, so I feel like if you do it this match later on, it won't have the sizzle, as the Goldust character was super over at the time as a heel, and yeah, just a different look for Shawn Michaels here. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Obviously, we keep everything the same with Stone Cold Steve Austin. But again, he looks even tougher because he gets injured versus Marc Mero. He beats Yokozuna, and then he defeats Jerry Lawler, and he cuts the promo that saves the WWF. So yeah, guys, that's my card. Let me run down for you right now. All right, so the quarterfinal matches, we got Marc Mero versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, Yokozuna versus Owen Hart, Jake the Snake Roberts versus the British Bulldog, and Ahmed Johnson versus Vader. And the King of the Ring semi-final matches, we got Yokozuna versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then Jake the Snake Roberts versus Vader. And the King of the Ring finals, we got Jake the Snake Roberts versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Then we have the Ultimate Warrior versus Jerry the King Lawler, the Undertaker versus Mankind, and in the main event for the WWF Championship, Shawn Michaels versus Goldust. So yeah, guys, that's my card. Again, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.